neuromuscular re-education. He's reducing the asymmetries in his gait cycle with each step that he takes, while he's getting biofeedback telling him the parameters of his gait cycle and the amount of asymmetry. Right now we're doing step length. He was off by 4.8%, and with some encouragement, he reached out with his right leg, and now he's hovering down in a fairly good zone of around 0 to 2%. We know in the gait cycle we have temporal parameters and rotational parameters. The temporal parameters are step length, stance, swing. The rotational parameters are load response and pre-swing. We just balanced Brett out for his step length, where we saw a reduction from 4.5% down to 0 to 2. Now in load response, we started at about 5.5%, and with some encouragement and giving him some ideas, we're showing that Brett can reduce the asymmetry in his load response. So it's very important to recognize that in the gait cycle, we have temporal and rotational components. So when we're rehabilitating somebody, we have to make sure that we look at the temporal components, step, stand, swing, and we look at the rotational components, load response, and pre-swing. We do not want to have a situation where we correct the temporal components, correct the step length, the stance, and the swing, and we actually make the other components a little bit worse. So systems that lock you in and don't allow that little wiggle to your body, that's your rotational components. We have to be very careful there, because they're usually very good for the temporal, but we have to also make sure that we're not sacrificing our rotational components at any given time. We're going to run the 10-meter system now and see the acceleration ability of our athlete. So we're going to be measuring the speed left to right and the speed right to left of each foot strike, and then the acceleratory ability.
Whenever you're ready, go.